So in the past few years, the Ravens, what they've done is put this fan base in fear of specifically last Saturday. The Ravens might have regained it. Of course, the work isn't done, but it was really much one of those games where the Ravens came into this game and then just showed up, basically whooped ass against their biggest rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And just in in a span of the Ravens put that narrative to rest last Saturday. Basically, Lamar completely shut down that fake narrative of Steelers own Lamar. The Steelers are 0-2 in Baltimore against Lamar when there's a crowd. That tells you something. So the Ravens imposed their will, completely bullied the Steelers. Derrick Henry went off. Lamar had a normal Lamar game in the playoffs. But hey, the work isn't done. We beat an inferior opponent. All we need to do is keep doing what we're doing. And again, this was the first time ever the Steelers had to come to Baltimore for a playoff game. The Ravens were 1-3 against the Steelers all time in the playoffs coming into this game. In 2001, lost 27-10. AFC Championship in 2008, lost 23-14. In the divisional round 2010, lost to them 31-24, 30-17 with Flacco. And now, 2 nights ago, the Ravens have completely obliterated the Steelers. And we're not gonna rely on the score because it was 21-0 at half. The Steelers scored in their opening possession in the second half. And then Henry scored the very next possession to make it 28-7. Then the Steelers scored again. It never seemed like the Steelers were back in it. Because there was nothing that told us that we were supposed to just stop, to be all conservative, right? So, yeah. Coming into this game, this team was saying all the right things. They were saying all the right things. And we were all like, okay, you have a month to prove it. So, 1 down, 3 to go. So, honestly, yeah. I mean, that was basically it for this game, right? I mean, we very much set the tone. And that's what I like. And that's what we're going to need to do against the Bills, right? We set the tone. And we basically got them out of the game, right? And that's what we need to do against the Bills. Because, hey, week 4, we had the 87-yard touchdown by Henry. First offensive play of the game. And then it set the tone. In the Steelers game, his stiff arm on Minka. So you just look at the addition of Henry and how comfortable Lamar is now in the playoffs. You just see, we're looking more built for the playoffs. it would have been better if we had better guards, because our guards are still ass. I'm not like, we're not gonna sugarcoat it. Our guards are still ass. They didn't hurt us in this game, thankfully, because our two Hall of Famers are making them look better than they really are. And it's a good thing the Bills don't have. Wait, so it's a good thing the Steelers are going to be the best defensive line we're going to play all playoffs. I don't think the Bills are near as physical as a Steelers team, despite how shit the Steelers are. I mean, but like, they'll play an opponent hard, especially an AFC North opponent. They're way more physical than a team like the Bills, right? And but we out-physicaled them. That was basically it, right? We out-physicaled this Steelers team. And that's what we're going to need to do to the Bills, who are more vulnerable to that kind of football, right? AFC North type football, they're going to have to match our physicality. So, especially, it's gonna be colder. It's gonna be colder in Buffalo, a little bit colder. So you're gonna have to tackle Henry in, I think, 15-degree weather Fahrenheit, while it was 20 in Baltimore during that game. So yeah, if we do everything if we do everything we need to do, for example, run the ball. We're gonna come out of Buffalo with a win and heading to Arrowhead. But yeah, let's talk about the defense real quick. The defense, the pass rush got to Russ in the first half. In the second half, I don't know if they were tired, but dude, I mean, in the third quarter, like half of the first half of the third quarter, they were really letting up a lot of big plays. And I mean a lot of big plays. So, like, they finally shut it down. They finally shut it down at some point, and basically just kept the game to score of what it is right there. And our offense basically burnt down the last own territory. We still went for it, and we decided to tush push, and it worked. So yeah. So defensively, very, very good first half. Second half, there was a lot of bumps on the road. Like, we need to bench Brendan Stevens. We still need to bench him. He allowed another touchdown. And this time around, in the past few weeks, he's not even sticky anymore. He's getting completely cooked. He's getting completely cooked. He's not even keeping up with Van Jefferson of all people, dude. That's another issue. And he's playing worse. He's playing worse and worse every week. We still need to bench him. And put Trey White in. That's not a hot take. He's been hot garbage, and it's the playoffs. We don't need to just hope he does good. He had 18 weeks to do that. And he isn't doing it. So like, that's one issue. Besides that, there wasn't. They're doing fine. They're doing perfectly fine, in my eyes. Hopefully, Roquan next week is gonna have to. He's gonna have to earn these Ray comps against Josh Allen. He's gonna have to set the tone. Hit him. All you have to do is just hit him. A guy who's very used to flopping, like Josh Allen, he's going to get shook. He's gonna get shook, and it's gonna lead to fumbles, turnovers, because he's so focused on getting the call than actually letting it come naturally. So it's gonna be, if you constantly hit him in the cold, you're gonna be good. You should be good. I mean, that should be the main thing on defense for Buffalo. This time around, this is a much better defense. Monkey. So, yeah. So here's the thing, right? Here's one last thing I'm going to address, right? Lamar, since getting away from Greg Roman, is 2-1 in the playoffs with a 7-touchdown, 2-turnover ratio. That is way better than his, I think, 2-touchdown, 5 interception ratio. Hold up, I'm just going to check his stats real quick. But he does have a better, he does have a way better touchdown to interception ratio. So, playoff stats. I do think it's 7 touchdowns. Yeah, he has 7. He has 7 total touchdowns, 2 turnovers. So, that's good. And from 2019 to 2022, what's his playoff stats? One touch in one game. Lamar has had 4 picks. Lamar had 4 picks in how many years of Greg Roman? In 4 games of Greg Roman. 4 playoff games of Greg Roman. It took Justin Herbert 1 game to get to that. So we're just gonna not act like this is just some type of coincidence, right? Greg Roman is a shitty offensive coordinator, and he's now hurting Justin Herbert. But we were told, people were trying to convince us Ravens fans that Greg Roman was Lamar's scapegoat, which was obvious foolishness. You guys just throw that term around so many times. Since leaving Greg Roman, Lamar has turned into Aaron Rodgers with wheels. I really wonder why. I really wonder what happened. So, hey, Chargers fans, those who did believe in Greg Roman, we warned you. But yeah, on to Buffalo. Hopefully that is a win. And I'm very confident in that game. I was more nervous about the Steelers game, honestly, because it was a divisional game. And the Steelers have had our number in the past. But hey, we're heading to Buffalo. We never know with Buffalo. There's probably going to be snow. So hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Click the like button. Comment down below your thoughts. You could have been many other places, but you chose to be here. So I appreciate it. Enjoy your day. See you guys in the next one.